What happened when your private outperformed the entire NCO Corps? Our battalion commander decided to host a leadership competition. Every NCO in the unit had to compete, navigate through 20 miles of wilderness, hit 6 checkpoints, complete tasks at each one, fastest time wins. Big deal too. Winner got a 4-day pass, their photo on the wall, and bragging rights for the entire year. Every sergeant and staff sergeant was taking it seriously, training after hours, studying maps, practicing land navigation. Then Sergeant First Class Brennan made a mistake. He announced that one junior enlisted soldier would be randomly selected to compete alongside the NCOs. You know, for perspective. Show the lower ranks what real leadership looks like. The random selection landed on Private Russell Peck, this skinny kid from Oregon who'd been in the unit maybe 4 months. Quietest soldier I'd ever met. Did his job, stayed invisible, never caused problems or stood out. Brennan pulled him aside after formation. Peck, don't embarrass yourself out there. These are experienced NCOs. Just finish the course and learn something. Russell just nodded. Yes, Sergeant. Competition day arrived. 23 NCOs lined up at the starting point. Full kit, rucksacks, weapons, the whole loadout. Then Russell, looking like a kid who'd wandered into the wrong event. Staff Sergeant Vaughn was the favorite. Former Ranger, competed in Ironman triathlons, trained like a machine. Guy looked like he was carved from stone. The course started at 0530. Everyone took off running. Russell disappeared into the middle of the pack. Nobody paid attention to him. First checkpoint was 3 miles out. Navigate using compass and map. No GPS allowed. Most NCOs arrived within 20 minutes of each other. Russell showed up 7th. Not bad for a private. Checkpoint task was assembling a radio under time pressure. NCOs struggled with it, fumbling with unfamiliar equipment. Russell finished in 90 seconds. Fastest time by 30 seconds. Vaughn noticed. Kid must have gotten lucky. Second checkpoint, 5 miles further. Rope climb, 30 feet, full gear. Most NCOs made it up in 2 to 3 minutes. Russell scaled it in 45 seconds. Didn't even look tired. Now people were paying attention. How is this skinny private keeping pace with experienced NCOs? Third checkpoint hit them hard. Carry a 70-pound dummy half a mile through muddy terrain. This was designed to destroy people. Vaughn crushed it. Finished in 12 minutes. Russell came through in 11 minutes flat. Wasn't even breathing hard. Brennan was monitoring from the finish line via radio. Who the hell is this kid? Fourth checkpoint required treating a simulated casualty. Apply tourniquet, manage wounds, call for medevac. Russell blazed through it faster than anyone. His hands moved with this weird confidence like he'd done it 1,000 times. By checkpoint 5, Russell was in 2nd place overall. Only Vaughn was ahead of him. Every NCO was stunned. This random private was beating seasoned leaders. Final leg was a 7-mile run back to base. Straight endurance. Vaughn took off like a missile. Russell stayed close behind him. We were all waiting at the finish line. Vaughn appeared first, sprinting hard. Everyone started cheering. Then Russell emerged from the tree line 30 seconds later. Vaughn crossed at 2 hours, 47 minutes. Russell finished at 2 hours, 48 minutes. 1 minute behind the best NCO in the battalion. A private with 4 months in the unit. Brennan walked up to Russell after he'd caught his breath. Peck, what's your background? Before the Army? Russell shrugged. I was a wilderness EMT and search and rescue volunteer in Oregon, Sergeant. Did ultramarathons on weekends. Spent most of my life in the mountains. The entire NCO Corps went silent. This kid had been a professional outdoorsman. Everything in that competition was literally his civilian job. Navigation, endurance, medical skills, physical fitness. They'd picked the one soldier who'd been training for this exact event his entire adult life. Vaughn started laughing. We got beat by a guy who did this stuff for fun. The commander gave Russell 2nd place recognition. Vaughn got 1st, but everyone knew Russell had basically matched a former Ranger with 4 months of Army experience. Here's the part that made it legendary. After the ceremony, Brennan quietly pulled Russell aside. Why didn't you tell anyone about your background? Russell looked uncomfortable. Nobody asked, Sergeant. Figured it wasn't important. Not important, kid. You've got more field experience than half our NCOs combined. 3 weeks later, Russell got pulled from regular duties. Battalion started using him to teach land navigation and wilderness survival to incoming soldiers. The private was instructing sergeants. Within 6 months, he got promoted ahead of his peers. Made specialist in record time. The commander fast-tracked him for the NCO Corps. Brennan never did another random selection after that. Said the universe had a sense of humor, and he wasn't risking getting embarrassed twice. Last I heard, Russell made staff sergeant in under 4 years. Now he runs the leadership course that started it all. And Vaughn? He and Russell became best friends. Trained together every morning. Vaughn says Russell's the only person who's ever kept up with him on a run. That's what happened when a private outperformed the entire NCO Corps. Turned out quiet competence beats loud experience every single time.